GST Act and supplies under Section 7 of CGST Act. Well, you're in the right place. Today, we'll break down the basics of the GST Act and dive deep into supply under Section 7 of CGST Act. Let's get started. The provisions relating to the meaning and scope of supply are contained in Chapter 3 Levy and Collection of Tax of CGST ACT 2017. Chapter 3 of CGST Act contains Section 7 Scope of Supply, Section 8 Tax Liability on Composite and Mixed Supplies, Section 9 Levy and Collection, Section 10 Composition Levy, Section 11 Power to grant exemption from tax. Section 7 of CGST Act 2017 defines scope of supply. Section 7, 1a, all forms of supply of goods or services, or both made or agreed to be made for a consideration by a person in the course or furtherance of business. Section 7, 1aa, of CGST Act the activities or transactions by a person, other than an individual, to its members or constituents or vice versa for cash, deferred payment of valuable consideration. Section 7, 1b, of CGST Act importation of services for consideration whether or not in course or furtherance of business. Section 7, 1c, of CGST Act the activities specified in Schedule I, made or agreed to be made without a consideration. Section 7, 1a, of CGST Act the activities or transactions shall be treated either as supply of goods or supply of services, as referred to in Section Schedule 2. Section 7, 2, of CGST Act the activities or transactions specified in Schedule 3 shall be treated neither as a supply of goods nor a supply of services. There are three key elements that make up a supply under GST: taxable event, consideration, and in the course or furtherance of business. It's essential to understand these elements to determine if a transaction qualifies as a supply under GST. Now, let's talk about the schedules mentioned. Schedule 1 activities to be treated as supply even if made without consideration. Permanent transfer or disposal of business asset where input tax credit has been availed on such assets. Supply of goods or services or both between related persons or between distinct person as specified U.S. 25 when made in the course or furtherance of business. Supply of goods by principal to agent and vice versa, where agent undertakes to supply, receive such goods on behalf of the principal. Import of service by a person from a related person or from any of his other establishment outside India, in the course or furtherance of business. Schedule 3 activities or transactions, which shall be treated neither as a goods nor as a supply of services. Services by an employee to the employer in the course of or in relation to his employment. Services by an court or tribunal established under any law for the time being in force. Services of funeral, burial, crematorium or mortuary including transportation of deceased. Sale of land and, subject to Clause B Paragraph 5 of Schedule 2, sale of building. Actionable claims, other than lottery, betting and gambling. Functions performed by the MP, MLA, member of panchayats, municipalities and local authorities. member of panchayats, municipalities and local authorities. Duties performed by any person who holds any post in pursuance of the provisions of the Constitution in that capacity. Duties performed by any person as a chairperson, or a member, or a director in a body established by CG, SG, or local authority. Thank you for watching.